What makes a great dad? Success, strength, legacy? Now, Scripture don't pull any punches when it comes to fathers. We find some that build altars and others build empires, and some they just build absolute train wrecks. I want us to take a few moments and look at 5 fathers in the Bible. Some were saints, some were sinners. And let's see if we can untangle this messy, wonderful calling. First, we have Abraham, the father of faith, a man who was given an impossible task on a desolate mountain, yet he chose to obey. I believe he teaches us that when our hands are empty, God's hands are still full. And he taught Isaac, as well as all of us, that the last possible second, God always provides. You hear that, Dad? God always provides. Next, we have Jacob. Oh, Jacob. He gave us the 12 tribes of Israel, a masterclass on wrestling with God. He gave us the most dysfunctional family in Genesis. One favorite, 11 therapy bills. He wasn't even trying to be subtle about Joseph being his favorite. He basically gift wrapped them in a coat of many colors and handed them over to his brothers to sell them into slavery. But it was from that very brokenness, from that very dysfunction, that God forged a nation that would save the world from famine. I believe Jacob's story is a brilliant, chaotic testament that God can also use our dysfunction. That he will take the chaotic story of our lives and our family, when we surrender it to him, he'll use it to bless nations. So that brings us to David, man after God's own heart, giant killer, wrote half our worship playlist. Great king, great warrior, terrible dad. Imagine the whispers in the palace halls after his son Amnon assaults his sister Tamar. And what does David do? Absolutely nothing. And then his other son, Absalom, murders Amnon for revenge. What does David do? Absolutely nothing. And then Absalom stages a coup against David, and David finally reacts, but then it's too late. I believe David teaches us a terrifying lesson. You can build an entire kingdom, even thinking that you're building it for God, and still lose your entire family. And then there's Joseph, Jesus' earthly father, who doesn't have a single word recorded in Scripture. He is the strong, silent type in a book full of talkers. An angel tells him to do the impossible, take Mary as his wife. He does. Tyrant Herod comes hunting for his family. He runs. An angel tells him that it's safe to go back home, and he goes. No speeches, no grand gestures, just one carpenter teaching another. When I think about Jesus' parables, the ones about building, the ones about a foundation, the ones about counting the cost, I wonder how many of those lessons he learned in Joseph's shop. I believe that Joseph shows us that fatherhood isn't always about bold proclamations, but about consistent, faithful, everyday service. Finally, we have Jesus' most famous story, the prodigal father, his son. Now, this guy, he spits on his father's legacy. He demands his inheritance, and when he gets it, he takes off to waste it. And what does the father do? He doesn't chase. He doesn't lecture. He doesn't send angry texts. He just watches the road every single day. He gives his son the dignity to fail and the freedom to return. I believe he teaches us that sometimes the hardest thing a father can do is learn to let go and trust God. I hope you will join us this Sunday at Straight Creek Church of God. I'm going to be preaching a message titled Empty Boats and Mended Nets. Service starts at 11. We have Sunday school at 10, but we're having a Father's Day breakfast at 9 a.m. It's going to be delicious. So fathers, mothers, all of you, we'd love for you to come and have breakfast with us. If you need anything, leave a comment, send a message. We're here for you. We love you. We're praying for you. God bless you, and happy Father's Day from Straight Creek Church of God.